Greetings! Let's make some hot sauce. Our first step is to prepare the bag that we are going to use for our lacto fermentation. Lacto fermentation coming from lactobacillus, the guys that are all, around and feeding off sugars and things naturally. I like to put 2 seals on my bag just to make sure that I can get a little bit more protection from leaks and or random air coming in. Random air coming in is a bad thing. Now we're going to cut length and set aside. I like to make it a little bit bigger depending on how much stuff I have. Moving on, now we have to chop our peppers. We have poblanos, anaheims, habaneros, serranos, and jalapenos in this one. And we have white onion, green onion, and red bell peppers. Love it. Once it's chopped, we gotta throw it all in the bag that we have already prepared. Now we have some additives that we're putting in, like garlic powder, oregano, parsley, and some coarse salt. It helps keep it a good environment for the yeast to live in. Pepper is also going to go in. We're going to seal it, again, using a 2-seal technique. While this is happening, I just want to remind you to wear gloves while you're using peppers. Yeah, because the first time you don't wear gloves and then use the bathroom, you're going to know all about it. Flipping it over. Flipping it wasn't really necessary on this one, but it just fit back in there better so I could get a better seal. Let it rest for a week. Also, I'm going to mention that you can char your chilies. You can put them in the broiler or the oven or whatever if you want to. Personally, I didn't really do that. I feel like if I do that, I kill a lot of the lactobacillus that's around, and also it just doesn't really taste that good to me. After 1 week, which you can let it sit longer if you want. I only do a week because if I go any longer than that, I feel like it gets a little bit too long, and then things start to go from fermentation to something else that's not tasty. I do a smell test too that I didn't record apparently. Just crack open the bag. Don't put your face directly over it, but kind of waft it to yourself, smelling for anything that smells fermented, not rotting. Rotting is bad, obviously. When you get all that said and done, you can put your stuff in a strainer. I normally don't keep a lot of it inside of my stuff that I am gonna turn into hot sauce. Usually I'll just keep it off to the side. I could put it in soups, stews, anything like that. It's a good spicy base for a lot of things. It's just a lot of the dead yeast and a lot of other liquid that comes out of the pepper, so it's all going to be spicy and kind of gelled together. But I usually put like a scoop or two inside of here just so I can have a little bit of consistency so I can smooth it all out. I started off in medium, and then later on I went to high after it started to get going a little bit better. I did it for about 3 to 5 minutes, which with this blender was really, really, really fine. Usually normally I will put it through the strainer again just to get all the big chunks out and then keep most of the liquid and the other things that came through, but this was like such a fine blending job that I didn't need to do that. So I just go straight to putting it in the bottle. I thought I had a second squeeze bottle, but I didn't. So this part right here, I give it a thunk, I squeeze it, I push the funnel onto the top of it, and then I let it go, and it kind of like sucks it into the jar. It makes it a lot better than trying to like finagle things around. That is your finished product. Enjoy it just like you would any other kind of hot sauce. Thank you very much for joining me on this experiment. I enjoyed, throwing it together for you guys. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. See ya.